Today I'm in the living room. It's a big room. We're going to take 2 days to do the living room, so don't freak out too much. It's going to be okay. Today I want you to bring a couple of hampers, like laundry hampers to put things that go other places, a trash can, and if you're feeling like you want to get in there in the couch cushions, you can bring a vacuum. I'm not bringing one, but you can. Okay, I'll see you in your living room. Tempting just to sit on the couch and just sit here, but we got to tidy up a little bit. We can do it together. Sometimes the living room feels totally overwhelming, especially after the weekend when people just come in and leave everything. We had kind of a cold weekend, so there's blankets everywhere. Today we're going to do things a little differently. First, we're going to just go around and get everything that doesn't belong in this room in the bins to go out. Then we're going to take a photo. So I didn't forget about the before photo. It's just coming in a little bit. First, start at one side of your room, work around, and just grab everything that doesn't belong in the living room. And put it in a bin or basket or bag or box to go to its rightful home. Okay, start with that. You can kind of straighten things up a little bit, but not too much. Mainly we're just picking up things that don't belong. I get a lot of, glasses, empty drink things, plates. Just work your way around the side. Trash. Okay, this goes. Oops. Got lots of blankets. Keep going around the edges, see what you find. I'm going to have to give you a different angle. This room that I'm working on is a huge room, so I'm going to have to put the camera where you can see the rest of the living room. I'm trying to stick right here right now. Okay, this blanket. Once you get to your couch, you can actually, now that I have everything that doesn't go here, you can actually take your cushions off and flip them around. You're supposed to do that every now and then anyway, and I find that when I'm decluttering and just kind of tidying up, it's a good time to do it. I don't do it on a schedule or anything crazy. Just do it when I do it. Flip them over. If you got all kinds of stuff under there, brush it out, or this is when I said you can vacuum it if you want to. Switch this one with this one. Flip them around so they last longer. So, Minnie, pillows. I kind of lost track of which way they were facing, so I hope I got it right. trash can. Mostly popcorn. Sometimes Legos. Sometimes a dirty sock. There could be anything under here. It's like a treasure hunt. Just gotta look for the bright side, right? Monty Python. How's your family feel about throw pillows? Sometimes people have so many throw pillows on the couch that they can't even sit on the couch. I don't know about that. I kind of like enough pillows so that everybody can have something to grab and feel comfy. But if I have too many, they just end up on the floor anyway. When people sit down, they throw them on the floor. And make the couch good for everybody right now. I can tell that this is the area where people sit the most. There's the most popcorn. Flip. Okay. Great. What? You can kind of tell which way they were because they get stuck one way. Okay, there's my couch. Keep going. How are you doing? Get to the end tables, stuff around the back of the room, anything that doesn't belong in the living room, get it out of here. I have a whole bucket just for stuff that goes to the kitchen. This, and a little leave there. I don't know if you can see this on the floor. It's a yoga mat. We're doing yoga in here a lot, but you got to pick up your mat. Okay, doesn't take too long, hopefully. Hopefully you're not getting discouraged. I'm going to swivel around to the other side of the room. DVDs, make sure they're all in here. You know how that goes. If they're not all in here, you gotta find them. How's your living room looking? Got some games on the floor here. These are going there. Okay. Good, or do you go that way? Oh yeah, these I gotta find these. once you get, I have another area over there, but if your living room is feeling done, this doesn't take too long usually. If you have a bunch of clothes, put them all in a hamper, put them back where they go when we're done. But if you are done, I want you to take a picture from each wall of the living room, so 4 pictures all together, wide angle shots, just a regular, not fancy camera, just wide shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then sit down. Yay, sit down and look at the pictures. Because what we're going to do next is declutter. So right now we're getting everything that doesn't belong in here at all. Next step is we're going to look at things that are in here that we could maybe declutter for good. I'm just on another wall over here. This is still my living room, but this is a little desk that I use for household stuff. So there's still some clutter here that I need to move along. This is in the game closet, right? So maybe we're still working to move things out of the living room that don't belong. Another box. Ay, ay, ay. I think that's about it for things that don't belong in here. Everything else, even though this isn't super neat, it all belongs here. Oh, except for these. Hello. That's why it's different places. Okay. So now I'm going to take these baskets and put them outside of the living room. So I want you to do that too. Once you're done, if you're not quite done yet, just push pause, catch up with us. It's okay. Maybe you finished 15 minutes ago, but I'm the slow one. That's fine. I'm going to take these baskets and just get them out of the living room. And I'm going to look objectively, get trash out too. Now, you're looking at 4 pictures of your room. I'm going to look at each area objectively and see if there are some things that I can declutter for good in here. Maybe some extra knickknacks, some extra sentimental clutter, I call it. Pictures, art projects by the kids. And the reason I had to take a picture is because when you look at the picture, you can step out of the space a little better and be a little more objective and think, this isn't exactly how I want my living room to look. If your pictures look great, if you're looking around and you think, great, I kind of tidied up in here, it looks good, then great job, I'll see you tomorrow. But if you're thinking, my living room still feels too crowded, there's too much stuff, there's some piles of stuff in the corner that I just don't even know where to put them. There are a lot of tchotchkes on the surfaces. This is where we're going to keep going here. Take a look at your picture and say, okay, what in this picture can I work on right now? We're just going to pick 2 walls today. Okay? Let's do 2 walls today. We'll do 2 walls tomorrow and then some more toys tomorrow too. But, okay, so I'm going to look at this wall here and I already think this is pretty good, but I think I have too much stuff here because whenever I sit down to work here, I make more mess. And so I know I'm going to be getting things out and setting them up here, like my drink I'm going to set up here. And so I want to have a little more room that's empty so that I can use this space when I'm coming to work. So that's my goal for this area. Your goal is probably totally different because you probably don't have a desk in your living room, but maybe you do. So look at your picture, decide what you want to work on, and just go for that. Another thing that happens a lot in rooms are a lot of pictures. If you have a grouping of family photos on a desk, on your mantle, see if there are some there that you could thin out so that the ones there really shine, so that you can appreciate the ones that are there instead of just saying, oh, there's a collection of pictures. I can't even see the ones in the back. There's so many, but I know all of those people, I love them. You know, you might think about thinning it out. You don't have to. Same with knickknacks and collections. If you have a couple collections displayed on a shelf or in a cabinet in your living room, maybe take down one collection and rotate them so that the collection that remains can shine a little better. Okay. Think about that. I think here, I love these pretty things, but like I said, I would like a little more room here, just a little more visual emptiness for me. I'm more of a minimalist. This side of my living room here, I have a bunch of pictures. I have a few pictures on the piano, and then I have some other pictures on the other cabinet, and I think I just want to take some of those out because then I can see the other pretty things I have out a little better. So I think I'm going to just leave out one seasonal picture here. And then kind of group that a little so it doesn't demand your attention so much. And then these I think I'm going to take down. And this, just to give a little space right here. Maybe the cat wants to lie there or something. Move these away. Also, can you see this pile of stuff right here? This is bad. I need to get something to store this in, or what I can just put away. But I need to get something to store this. It's all music to play on the piano, but I don't like the way it looks just sitting here. So I need to put that on my list to get some kind of a holder to hold all this. And also, I could go through here with my family and figure out if we want to keep all of this music. I got these I can take to the garage. That's good. Sometimes you just gotta look at the pile of stuff and realize, oh, I haven't touched any of this in a year, you know? And so know that you can let go even if it seems daunting. If you really just go for it and get in there, some of it's going to be easier than you think. Same is true for this area behind my couch. I love having this table. I have a kind of a couch table, whatever you call these, behind my couch, which is great. I changed from a coffee table to having something back here. So when you're sitting there, you can like put your drink behind you instead of putting everything on the coffee table, and it really opened my living room up a lot. I have some poofs for footrests in the front, but taking away the coffee table made a huge difference in my living room. So that's something you might consider. Maybe the end tables or the coffee table are just inviting a lot of clutter and people to just leave their stuff there. And if you take them away, sometimes a lot of the clutter just kind of goes away. But I have this back table, and I feel like it could do with a little thinning out too. I think I'm going to take away a couple of the pictures, put this book where it goes. I don't think we need this. The surround sound we definitely need. And I have coasters back here so people know, yes, put your drinks here. It's great. Okay, so I'm just going to declutter that a little bit. But you might think about that with your coffee. Is your coffee table a big culprit of clutter collection? Some coffee tables have storage in them, you know, like you can put books and you can pile all kinds of things in there. And that's great if you really need all of that stuff in your living room. If you're trying to cut back on things, a coffee table that holds more stuff is defeating the purpose there. So just something to think about. End tables too. Maybe you have a little bookshelf somewhere with a bunch of stuff. It just holds a lot of stuff. Maybe look at that bookshelf, try to thin everything out and get rid of that piece of furniture. Nothing cleans, like declutters a living room, like getting rid of a piece of furniture. You can make an amazing difference. I know it feels kind of overwhelming. Just take a look at it today and see what all is really there. You might be surprised. You might be surprised what all you can get rid of and then get rid of a piece of furniture. That's going to be it for today. I'd love it if maybe you spend 5 more minutes looking at a pile of stuff or an extra piece of furniture to see what you can thin out and declutter. But maybe you're done now, and that's great too. Good job tidying up your living room. See you tomorrow. We're going to be in the living room again. See you then. I can't wait. Woo! Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. You can also join our private Facebook group, especially set up for the Clutter Challenge. Look in the description of this video for links and more details.